Now at 4:30, new technology has formed with a form of harassment impacting Issaquah High School students.
I'm very optimistic we will actually get a bill to the finish line in the 24 session.
How state lawmakers are stepping in to stop the spread of pornographic photos of students generated by AI. Washington mayors ask the federal government for more help battling the fentanyl crisis as a new treatment center opens in Snohomish County.
The community has recognized a need for solutions to the issues that we're seeing on our streets every day.
The King 5 investigators exposed how police in one county were forced to get a search warrant to get inside a state-run facility.
We need to dig into this. We need to have long-term, real solutions.
Now, a state lawmaker is calling for action. Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us at 4:30. I'm Shantae Sumter along with Rich Marriott. Before we get into your top stories of the morning, a lot of you may want to give yourself some extra time because, Rich, you said there's a chance some of us could see some frost.
You might have to scrape some windows. It doesn't look too bad, though. I think if you're away from the cities, you might have a little bit of frost on your windshields this morning. But yesterday afternoon, it was a beautiful sunny afternoon. A little cool once it cleared off. It didn't warm up all that much. And temperature at 48 degrees for a high there at SeaTac, so about 4 degrees below normal for this time of the year. And in Olympia, only got up to 51 degrees, which was right on the normal for this time of the year. Very convenient. Looking out this morning, we've got basically clear skies. There's just a little bit of patchy fog. You can see a little bit of it there in Bellingham, though there was more of that there just a short time ago, so it's kind of moving around as it usually does, and maybe a hint of that out there in the distance from our Everett Tower cam. Out at SeaTac, no sign of any fog. The traffic just beginning to pick up there. People getting ready to head out of town. And in Tacoma, you can see we've got a pretty quiet morning. Some looks like a very light breeze there on the camera, or on the flag there on the top of the Tacoma Dome, and well, still dark out at Westport. Temperatures this morning ranging anywhere from the upper 20s to the mid to upper 30s, even a few low 40s, so a lot of variation, which is not unusual for this time of the year. Overall, up around the Bellingham area, we'll have some fog and low clouds this morning, then sunshine. Highs only getting into the mid 40s. Around the Everett area, clearing out to sunshine as well, also getting into the mid 40s. Central and South Sound might see some upper 40s to near 50 degrees, it looks like, and we will be looking for more sunshine tomorrow for a little rain for the weekend. We'll have that forecast coming up.
This morning, detectives in Thurston County called the disappearance of a couple suspicious. Karen Kep and her husband, DeVito, have been missing since Monday. That's when Kep, a chiropractor, didn't show up for work.
Very hurtful. Right now, we're also very hopeful.
Family and friends worry a Thurston County couple may be in danger after deputies say they suspiciously disappeared. The sheriff's office is now turning to the public for help.
Solving a multi-million-dollar budget crisis, Seattle Public Schools tells parents it will not be closing schools next year after all, but that may be where the good news ends.
New sirens in Carnation that could save lives if the Tolt Dam fails, but residents say they can't hear the warning.
So glad you're starting off with us here on this Thursday, November 16th, 1 week away from Thanksgiving. I'm Jake Wittenberg.
And I'm Amy Jung. We've got Shantae taking a look at the roads in just a moment. But first, if you're just getting your day started, some places are waking up to below freezing right now, Rich.
Yeah, we actually, temperatures range all the way from the upper 20s, actually even some mid 20s to the low 40s.
Goodness.
So
it's quite the range.
Yeah, that's not unusual for around here at this time of the year. Take a look out this morning, though. We basically have partly cloudy to clear skies. You can see some low clouds there over downtown Everett, and similarly there in Tacoma, they've got a few low clouds. The patchy fog seems to be pretty limited this morning, but they're kind of around. You see those temperatures, I was saying, in the 20s all the way into the low 40s, so you have to stick your nose out and see what's going on outside this morning. Overall, the patchy morning fog and low clouds becoming mostly sunny this afternoon. Temperatures in the mid 40s to right near 50 degrees. More of the same for tomorrow, but it does turn wet as we head into the weekend. We'll have that forecast coming up.
If you're heading out right now, this is a live look out in Seattle, where a few seconds ago it looked like we had an incident off on the shoulder here, not too far from South Albert Place, but you can see things moving along pretty smoothly now. No incidents to report and mostly green on the map. We'll talk about the drive times in a few moments.
Thank you, Shantae. New at 5, a family is safe this morning after escaping a house fire overnight in Kirkland.
This happened at 116th Avenue Northeast, just off of 405. The fire chief tells us that the family was awakened by by their smoke alarm. The parents and 2 children got out safely. The flames were coming from the attic and the garage. The family is now getting help from their neighbor and the Red Cross. How this fire started is still being investigated. The search is on right now for a Lacey chiropractor and her husband, both who have been missing for days now.
Yeah, Thurston County Sheriff's deputies considered their disappearance suspicious after a welfare check to their Olympia home came up empty. King 5's Angelique Cockadey is tracking the developments on this one. Angelique, do police have any clues to go on here?
Well, that's what police have been trying to piece together since Monday, Jake, when a patient called police saying Karen didn't show up for work. Now, since then, there have been some clues. Take a look at your screen. This Toyota hatchback, which belonged to the couple, was spotted at a trailhead about 5 miles from their home near 67th Ave Southeast and Rainier Road in Olympia. Then Monday night, detectives said someone was in custody because they were in possession of something that belonged to the couple. But they were then released, leaving the investigation ongoing and countless patients of Kep's to worry.
You know, to think that something foul happened is like really surprising. You know, it's when it hits that close to home, it's hard.
Now, in response to the outpouring of comments on social media about the couple, one of their sons, Justice Dutton, said, quote, "We're so touched by so many people showing love and support for my mother and father." At this point, deputies say they aren't releasing many details about the case, but are looking for anyone who saw the Toyota hatchback over the weekend to call police. Back to you.
And on the Facebook post, too, a lot of their patients are saying how much they love this couple. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
A lot of people paying attention to the story
No
for
kidding.
sure. Thanks, Angelique. Seattle public school leaders are issuing warnings of, quote, hard choices and necessary changes.
That word comes as the district seeks ways to reduce a $100 million budget shortfall. Parents voiced their concerns at a school board meeting last night.
For my community, you have been failing kids for 70 years.
Time and again, the most privileged voices are afforded a seat at the table